Dr. Roberts, as an introduction to what we're going to say, I'd like to quote from Robert F. Kennedy. He said, "Few will have the greatness to bend history itself, but each of us can work to change a small portion of events. It is from numberless, diverse acts of courage and belief that human history is shaped. Each time a man stands up for an ideal, or acts to improve the lot of others, or strikes out against injustice, he sends forth a tiny ripple of hope, and crossing each other from a million different centres of energy and daring, those ripples build a current which can sweep down the mightiest walls of oppression and resistance."
So, Dr. Roberts, you are withdrawing from journalism. I've just heard your interview on the Alex Jones programme and was very disheartened to hear your news. The fact that you are withdrawing is of great comfort and aid to the establishment, who will see that someone of your calibre can be silenced in their opposition, not by threats, not by censorship per se, but by merely being sufficiently discouraged. I hope that you will come to understand that the difficulties in getting your message out there, the difficulties in censorship that you've described in your interview, does not diminish your importance. Your strength lies not in being a big hitter in terms of the amount of people that are listening to you. You are, however, a big hitter when it comes to the foundation and substance that you provide, both morally and intellectually, derived from your cogent, understated, heartfelt, believable, trustworthy statements. Your arguments have touched many people across the world, I think much more than you realise. I think many more people than you realise. And these people, like us, are passing on the approach and the clarity that they have assimilated from you and your arguments. If you go, your influence all around the world will go, and the message very strongly to all of these people is give up. And I don't think that you want that. I think, Dr. Roberts, that you're just a little tired. Have a rest, have a holiday, and come back.
Dr. Roberts, I'd like to say how sad I was to hear you are retiring from journalism. I've always enjoyed both your written articles and your interviews, and particularly your analysis of world events. I think you don't realise how important your contribution actually is. One of your advantages is that you have gravitas, and you come across in quite an understated way, which adds to your credibility. Also, the fact that you have served in government means that people can't easily dismiss you as a nutcase. Remember that people from all over the world listen in on the internet. You may not realise that you are having an influence here in the UK. I agree with you that people are dumbed down and brainwashed, and at the moment people who stand up for truth are like the little boy in the fairy story who stood up and said, "The emperor's got no clothes on." But remember that in the fairy story, eventually it became more acceptable to agree that the emperor had no clothes on than to insist that he did have clothes on when he was in fact standing before everybody in all his naked glory. Maybe it will work the same way in these times when evil psychopaths appear to be ruling the roost. Alex is right. The entrance to hell in Dante's Inferno showed the words, "Abandon hope, all ye who enter here." We mustn't abandon hope. That will be the start of hell on earth. I do hope you come back.